All right, welcome back to day 3 with learning how to play the violin with Ms Madison. So today you won't need anything really except for pencil and paper. We are going to be talking about the music score. So I'm going to find a music score. So here we have music. So this is just a couple pages of music, but we're going to find a bigger page so you can see everything that goes along with the score, because that's pretty short. I mean small. All right, let's use this one. Okay. So let's talk about the music staff and the music score. So with violin, you play in the treble staff. This is what the treble staff looks like right here. And you know you're playing in a treble staff if you see that sign. If you don't see that sign, then you're playing in a different staff. So the treble staff came from the letter G. As you can see, there's a little G in there. There's a small little G. If you point it out, there's a G in there. And in this music staff, you have about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. So we'll use this 5 lines, and this is blank, but you can add a treble staff to this and you have 5 lines. So we're going to go through what each line would be. So let's just say, okay, let's go off of this one since it's already telling us. So the bottom, that's going to be a E. In fact, E happens more than once in the staff, and I'll show you where. So we're going to have an E on the first line, a G on the second line, a B on the third line, a D on the fourth line, and an F on the fifth line. Then you have spaces in between those 5 lines, and each space is also a note. So you have a E right here, and you're gonna have Madison. You have a F, there it is, an F in between the E and the G. So in that first space right here, that's an F. And then between the second and the third line, that's an A. Between the third and the fourth line, that's a C. In between the fourth and the fifth line, that's an E. And that's what I was talking about, where you have more on the same staff, you have the same note twice. You can have it more than twice depending on how many notes you're going up. So, but for our purposes, we're still playing in first position, so we're only going to see the same note twice. So this is an E on the top, and this is an E on the bottom. Now, to tell you where to play the E's, it's going to be where they are positioned on the staff. So if you have an E on the bottom, which is this first line, think of lower note, higher note. So for this E, you can play your E on 2 strings, your D string and your E string. Since we're not playing a high E, we're playing a low E, you're going to play this E on the D string, which would be 1 finger on the D string. So I was told when I was younger, when I first learned how to play, to make acronyms. So, not acronyms, the rhyming, to remember what each note is. So, for the F-A-C-E, in between the 5 lines, the open notes, I like to think of face. So, F, A, C, E. You have face. And then you have E, G, B, D, F. Let's think. You could have every great big dog fights. So every great big dog fights. And that's going to be our acronym. So on this staff, you also have notes below the lines and above the lines. So back to this first line right here. This is an E. If we go one below that line, you're going to have a D. Two below, you're going to have a C. Three below, you're going to have a B. Four below, you're going to have an A. And five below, you're going to have a G. And it's going to be the exact same way with above the staff. So right here you have an F. You go one above, you're going to have a G. Two above, an A. Three above, a B. And four above, a C. And that is mostly in first position. There are way more notes above the staff and below the staff, but that's only when we're playing in different positions. But since we're only playing in first position, we're only going to need the three above and the three below and the notes on the staff. So, a fun fact with the different staffs is this staff that we're using for the violin, you can also use for the piano. The piano staff, the G clef on the treble staff for violin can be used for piano, and that will be used for your right hand on the piano. So throughout different instruments, you can use the same staff and you get the same sounds and you get the same notes, but you're using different instruments, so you're getting different patterns, different rhythms and different sound patterns from different instruments. But that is it for our day 3, learning the music staff, because we're going to need to learn the music staff in order to play an actual song at the end of this 16 weeks. So I hope you guys are all paying attention and taking notes, because this is important stuff and you're going to need it by the end of the 16th week, and you're also going to need it for day 8 because we will be having a short quiz. So that being said, I will see you guys all next week, and next week I'll be teaching you guys what 3/4 and 4/4 is. So I'll see you all later.